Greetings, welcome to According to MJ. I am your gracious hostess, MJ, and we will be recapping My 600-Pound Life, Season 9, Episode 9. So, I would say so far, this season has been very, very kind of lackluster, and this episode is really no different, right? So, with Michael, if I want to summarize in a few words, I would say Eeyore turned a positive person, a positive Patrick. Now, when the show opens up, of course, it always opens up with them in bed. So we see Michael and his wife, Kimberly. They're spooning, which is so sweet. I love spooning, right? So they're spooning. He gets up to wash up. What was odd to me, he sprayed his body down with this spray bottle. I guess it had water and soap in it, so he sprayed his body down. And it also looked like he was using a knife to cut hair off his stomach. Y'all let me know if that was a knife. Like, the fuck? But hey, whatever, right? So he tells us his background of his life, being raised by his mother. He's been dealing with weight issues all of his life, pretty much. He said he was molested at age 11. He wasn't in the Boy Scouts, but it was something similar to Boy Scouts or some group for young boys. So he was molested by the leader, so that was very sad. So we got some insight into Michael's childhood trauma and probably what's really causing him to be so large, right? What I found insightful was his wife's love for him. Like, his wife loved him so much, and they told the backstory how they met. It's pretty much love at first sight. And I love her spirit. I love the way she thinks. She's very positive. And she said something that was profound, that I wish he could see what I see. I wish he could love himself. And what stood out to me was that even though you're married, even if you're a parent, a spouse, child, whatever, you must love yourself. And we see right now, Michael does not love himself. They're just 45 minutes away from Houston, so it's easy for them to drive into Houston to meet with Dr. Now. And to me, Dr. Now seems short with him throughout this whole show. I don't know if it's because Michael was super tall. I don't know if Dr. Now was kind of scared or what. But Michael also had been in an accident. He had a spleen removed, so he had scar tissue on his stomach because he was supposed to have weight loss surgery before, but the scar tissue prevented that. So there's an obstacle there, right? So, of course, throughout the show, Dr. Now says you got to lose a certain amount of weight before we can even consider weight loss surgery. We first need to deal with your hernia and scar tissue. And throughout the show, initially, Michael just seemed very negative. Like, he was finding the negative in everything, and he has agoraphobia, so he's afraid to go outside and just live life. It's like he's existing. So Dr. Now sent him to psychotherapy to see Dr. Paradise, and Dr. Paradise really helped Michael a lot. Once Michael wrote that letter to purge and release the pain of what happened to him being molested, it just seems like his spirits were lifted. It's so much power in releasing pain and writing and journaling. So I love that part of the show. I would say overall, let me just say this about this season in general. It looks like we're not seeing anyone get surgery. I'm assuming it's because of the pandemic, but do you all think season 10 is just going to be part 2 to everyone from season 9? Because I don't know if we've seen anyone yet get surgery. I have to go back, but I can't think offhand of anyone that's gotten surgery in season 9. And one thing about Michael throughout the show, he was consistently losing weight, but it was slow. His progress wasn't as significant, or he didn't lose as much as Dr. Now wanted him to, but he was losing consistently. We never saw him have setbacks like we see in other episodes. So I want to give Michael kudos for that. I also love when he started to get out the house, like when him and Kim went to the crystal shop, and then he started back doing martial arts, things that he loved. Like, it's like, yay, Michael, he's starting to live and not just exist, but live and find his joy and find the beauty in life. So that's one of the things I love about the show, because you see people at the rock bottom and you see them rise and start to love themselves and see value in living. So that's one of the things I love about the show besides Dr. Now. He's so funny. Like, I would love to meet Dr. Now. And it was interesting when they were driving to the crystal shop. His wife Kim was like, breathe and ground yourself, because he was getting anxious, and she's such a calming presence in his life. So I like Kim. I rocks with Kim because I like crystals. I'm all about being grounded and taking intentional breaths, because breathing is cleansing, and we do it, we don't think about it, but it's cleansing. And taking those deep breaths, breathe in, breathe out. If you're stressed or whatever, breathe intentionally. It really helps you. So I thought it was sweet too when they had the picnic, surprise picnic for his wife. That was so thoughtful, and it's just beautiful to see Michael go from Eeyore, or like, Big Bird's friend on Sesame Street, Snuffy, like, hey, Big Bird, to see him from going from having that defeatist mindset to finding joy in life. So I'm rooting for Michael. I think he's going to get there, and he's going to live his best years out, right? So let me know what you all thought of this episode. I'm really curious to see what season 10 is going to look like, because I can't think of anyone that's had a surgery in this season. So tell me below what you all think of this episode. Like I said, consistently he lost weight. So I have to give him credit for that. He didn't have those negative setbacks. Dr. Paradise was able to give him insight, and he was actually doing the work, because you can go to therapy, but if you don't do the work, you're not really benefiting from it. So I like the episode. It's not as like, Steven, classic Steven. A lot of these episodes haven't been full of drama like we're used to seeing, but this was good to see them making progress nonetheless. So drop your comments below. Let's discuss this episode there. Let me know what you anticipate for season 10. Show your girls love. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I have a playlist, a My 600 Pound Recap playlist on this channel if you want to check out my other thoughts on past episodes. And until the next upload later, you guys stay safe.